Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day. Heidi, do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. Today is a Tuesday. It's the 24th day of March. It's National Chocolate-Covered Raisin Day.
I don't really like those. Do you like those?
I don't mind them. I wouldn't rush right out to get them, but,
Right.
I don't dislike them. National Cheese Steak Day today. You like those, Heidi?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, I do. I like that.
No, you don't, because they have peppers.
I order it with no peppers and no
then
onions.
it's not a cheese steak.
Oh, yeah, it is. What is it then?
Not.
It is, too. It's got the cheese.
Cheese steak has
and the
peppers
steak.
and onions.
Would you just go? I'm going to turn your microphone off. It's also National American Diabetes Association Alert Day. That's a lot to say. That's a big, long title right there. So all of those things happening today. And we're going to reach out and talk to her dad. It's a thing we call Tuesday. Yeah, that's what we call it. Tuesdays with Charlie. For a second there, I thought maybe it wasn't Tuesday. It is. My notes are correct. We'll be chatting with him for Tuesdays with Charlie coming up.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new study found that eating fish during pregnancy can be good for the child. So they're saying if you're pregnant, have a lot of fish.
Well, yeah,
So,
I mean, it's healthy. So
You know what? Fish is probably good for you all the time, though, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I don't know any more, special at that specific
I don't know
time.
either.
But according to the study, that's when it is. So, good time to have fish.
Alrighty.
All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. It just seems weird because of, lately everything has been a little different. Like I can't keep track of what day it is.
Off, isn't it? Everything feels weird.
So it is Tuesday, and we do appreciate you listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by Time4Rehab.com. A drunken university student trying to get home from a night on the town woke up in an Uber, 250 miles away from his destination.
Whoa.
With a $1,700 bill.
Whoa!
Engineer Major told College News website that he got in the car in Newcastle, UK, accidentally typed Norwich into the app.
Oh, no.
James, he asked to be called because he wants to remain anonymous, said he fell asleep, slept through the 5-hour trip, couldn't believe what happened when he woke up. He said, I literally thought I was in a dream. Surely I hadn't done this. The bill was £1,307, which is like $1,700 US.
Oh, can you
driver
imagine?
Says when the driver figured out what happened, he decided not to charge him for the trip. James gave him a 5-star rating for the generous gesture.
I would sure hope so. Good Lord.
Here's the weirdest part. Then got on a train and went home. Why not ride home with the guy? Like, he's got to go back there anyway. Unfortunately, he got fined for not having a train ticket and missed his classes on Newcastle the next day. So,
gosh, can you imagine that?
None of that. None of that sounds... this is just all a really bad idea. Wouldn't you think when the guy says, here's my address, it's 5 hours from here, the guy wouldn't have said, wait a minute, really? 5 hours? You'd think they would have had this discussion, but the whole thing just seems weird. I have a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Rosie O'Donnell brought back her show on Sunday night as a one-night fundraiser for the Actors Fund. Have you ever heard of the Actors Fund?
No.
Nor have I. I don't know what that is, so I'm going to have to check into that. I guess it's probably a fund, most likely for actors.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing. Speaking of actors, this is an actress, 73-year-old Suzanne Summers. Wasn't she on Three's Company?
Yeah, she was.
So she's been
She
hosting.
had the Thigh Master.
Did she? That's right.
Yeah.
Those commercials. Well, she's been hosting online cocktail parties from her home to entertain fans during the quarantine. So,
Oh, fun.
if you're looking for something to do, punch up. I don't know if it's through like Facebook Live or what it is exactly, but you can punch up something somewhere.
I can tell you right now, I'd watch that way before Rosie O'Donnell.
Would you really? Okay.
I would.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger is being slammed for a PSA that he filmed. He's trying to do something nice. He records a public service announcement, but he was in a hot tub when they filmed it. So people weren't they're like, dude, why were you in a hot tub for this? So I don't know. I don't know why. Unless it was like a hot tub PSA. I don't get it. This has been your Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now your scoop of the day, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Chances are you're using way too much detergent in your laundry machine. The New York Times once ran a story that quoted appliance expert Vernon Schmidt, who shared most people use, are you ready for this? 10 to 15 times the amount of soap they need.
Oh.
They are literally pouring money down the drain. So if you don't know how much laundry detergent to use...
I just fill it up to the little line on our machine.
I don't know. You should probably check into that. It would be nice if I had a link to how much you're supposed to
Yeah,
use.
it would be helpful information.
When I was trimming things down, I apparently deleted that. But I bet if you Google it, you could probably find it. The guy's name, by the way, was Vernon Schmidt. So if you wanted to Google that, maybe that would tell you.
All right.
Maybe I should do this and find a link. Man is accused of exploiting a flaw in the Arizona lottery vending machines to get over $55,000 worth of lottery tickets.
Oh.
Ivardo Najera Nava has been charged with computer tampering and fraud. So that's not good. Those are bad things to be charged with.
Very bad.
I don't think there's anything good to be charged with.
But, I mean, if there was a mistake and he figured it out.
Well, but it sounds like he was doing something wrong. Computer tampering and fraud, so that's not good. New study found that macho men are more likely to suffer from health and social issues in old age.
Oh.
This doesn't bode well for me.
I suppose probably because...
I'm not really a macho man. So.
I've seen you do stupid things
What?
because you're too macho
What?
to ask for help. Carrying sofas all by yourself.
Okay.
Propping a sofa up on your back and that is so bad for you, and that's probably why macho men don't live as long.
No, I didn't say anything about us dying. Said a new study found macho men are more likely to suffer from health and social issues.
Okay, there you go.
I'm going to be alive for it. It's just going to hurt. All right. Well, what a happy-go-lucky show we're going through today. Former gubernatorial candidate Andrew Gillum is leaving politics after he's caught in a hotel room with a male escort who was
That's
smoking
probably
meth.
a good
I
idea.
think we talked about this last week.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive
we did. I saw the pictures of that. It was interesting.
And with spring just around the corner, well, now it's actually here. Some homeowners in some parts of the country are putting down lawn weed and feed. And guess what? It's making their neighbors jealous. We know this because a well-manicured lawn is the second most envied thing amongst neighbors. Not too far. Our neighbors are not going to envy us. We don't have any grass at all right now. Our neighbors won't envy us. This is not too far in front of a well-manicured lawn is a clean house exterior. So like to have your exterior of your home clean. Ours is nice
I think
and clean.
we've got people there.
Flowers, no weeds, a nice front porch, classy exterior lights, potted plants, and a nice mailbox make up
Most
the top
of that
10.
we have. Our mailbox you broke.
Yeah, I broke the flag on our
so
mailbox.
we need a new mailbox.
Well,
So
we don't need
some
we just need a new flag.
And I got to plant my flowers.
All right. Thanks for listening to your scoop of the day, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
It's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
Let's change it to Wednesdays with Bob.
Wednesdays with Bob.
Who's Bob?
Well, we'll make something up.
You want us to call somebody else?
Yeah,
It sounds
that
like
wouldn't be a bad idea.
sounds like you're still trying to sober up, honestly.
And then I think I told you this just not too long ago.
All right.
It isn't a big band unless it has 14 different instruments.
I thought you said 13 last time.
14.
Oh, was it? Oh, that's right. We said if it's 13, it's a pretty good-sized band, but then if you have 14, it's a big band.
Big band, yeah, there you
All
go.
right. Now we know.
Let's see here. Oh, if an entire family is overweight, the odds are a dog is too.
I think this is like a greatest hits. Didn't you tell us all this stuff one other
Is your
time?
staff like on
Except
vacation?
for your dog.
Yeah, our dogs are pretty skinny, and we're not.
They're anorexic. Dogs are. Not that they're stupid, too, but...
They kind of are.
We still
And then
love
did
them.
you know that the Playboy Bunny outfit was the first service uniform registered with the United States Patent and Trademark Office?
We did not know that.
That would have been back in the 50s.
Nice.
A Playboy connoisseur like me would know that.
Yeah.
Okay, outside of fluff here, the average person only speaks 10 minutes a day.
No kidding?
That's not. You know what? I don't hardly speak much. It's in my house. I can't get a word in edgewise between John and Troy.
Our son.
Not when he's around.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then once again, he's not average.
No, he's not average. That's awesome. We love him just the way he is.
Well, he's something.
Yes, he is.
Hey, then the steps at the top and the 2 steps at the top and the 2 steps at the bottom are the 4 most dangerous steps in a staircase.
Oh yeah. I think you told us that too.
Is this an old list?
Because I just proved it here last week. I fell down the last one of the bottom.
You fell down the steps?
Well, I was on the second one, and then they said the second.
Did you get hurt?
Well, I missed the last one.
Did you get hurt?
And your mother laughed at me.
Well, did you get hurt?
And yes, there was some alcohol involved.
Okay, again, did you get hurt?
Not severely, no.
Just your ego? Just a
I'm in a
bruised,
wheelchair, but that's all right.
just a bruised ego.
I think we did this whole list not too long ago.
We're trying to be polite on this. We're trying to be polite on this end of the line.
This is for the people that missed it when we did it.
We're just smiling and nodding.
Hey, then I got one last thing for you.
Okay, what
I
is
bet
it?
I know what it is.
Why don't you tell me what it is? Does this save the time?
No, I'll let you. Go ahead.
That's because you can't remember.
I don't remember. Just like you couldn't remember doing the whole darn thing.
Well, when you drink, things like that happen.
There's a lot of
Forget a lot of things.
lot of forgetting going on lately. You ready for a question from us, Charlie?
Well, I'm going to forget talking to you guys today, too.
Today's Tuesday? What? All right, here's the question for
I think the answer is 38.
Well, you're close. All right.
Well, if you had the same questions I did.
The largest snowflake ever recorded measured how many inches across? And it's not 38. It's less than that.
It's 2.3.
No, the largest snowflake ever? Come on, Charlie. It's got to be bigger than that. 2.3 inches? We're talking about...
Big snowflake.
The
That'll
big-
knock
That
you
would
out
be
if
a
it hits
big
you.
snowflake.
Well, the biggest ever measured was 15 inches, so it was over a foot.
Oh, you're on drugs.
If you got hit by that snowflake, it saw you in half.
I'm going to throw this list away because I think we did it.
That would be a good idea.
Well, Charlie, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for taking the time to visit with us.
It's more of an experience than a pleasure.
It is, that indeed. Bye, Charlie.
Bye, Daddy.
We'll talk to you next week. Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Some planets produce diamond rain. Saturn and Jupiter are gas giant planets. They produce truly unique form of weather. Recently, scientists discovered there's plenty of carbon in these atmospheres. When carbon gets soot hit by lightning, it hardens into graphite and falls downward. The pressure of these atmospheres would make it harden even further until it becomes a diamond. Storms on these planets may literally rain diamonds as big as a centimeter across.
Wow.
So I think, why are we heading to Mars? We should be going to Saturn and Jupiter with buckets and buckets of diamonds.
Right.
That's what I would do. It's today's fun fact. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, a news headline from somewhere in this world, Dateline, Iceland. Quick question, Heidi. Is this the first time we've done a story from Iceland?
I believe so.
I think it is. This story probably didn't even need to be read. The only reason I did is because it's from
Iceland.
Iceland.
Okay.
And we just never talk about Iceland.
Well, what's going on in Iceland?
Love you there, Iceland. Iceland shut down all of their pubs.
Oh.
So, and I know there's other places
A lot
that
of
have
places
done.
have,
I know, but this is a story from Iceland.
Okay.
So what else do I have? I got nothing. I got nothing else to talk about from Iceland.
Because what else is there to do in Iceland,
I know.
do you wonder?
Well,
I've never been there.
Here's the thing. Iceland is actually nicer than Greenland.
I've heard
Yeah,
this.
Greenland is icy.
Never been to either
Iceland
place.
is green.
Yes.
So there you go. That should have been today's fun fact, but it wasn't. Thanks for listening to a news headline from somewhere in this world.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now, some weird news coming your way courtesy of WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. What a bizarre story from Colorado. A woman and her daughter were arrested when police said they were illegally selling human bodies.
Oh, boy.
And human body parts from their funeral home.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, 43-year-old Megan Hess and her mother, 66-year-old Shirley Cook, were the owners of the Sunset Mesa Funeral Directors. The Denver Post reported they were indicted on charges of obtaining and selling body parts, including legs, heads, and a spine from their funeral home. Some of the body parts had infectious diseases. Some were mailed across the world. U.S. Attorney Jason Dunn said Hess and Cook allegedly sold body parts and gave the incomplete cremated remains to surviving family members. 2010 through 2018 is when this happened. Denver Post reported this. Their scheme brought in hundreds of thousands of dollars. They allegedly gave one family a concrete mix instead of cremated remains.
Oh, boy.
They embalmed another body without the permission of the family. So that's bad. That is an industry where you want to make sure that people are doing the right thing. It's just weird. But that's why this is today's Weird News.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. A person in Texas was arrested for falsely claiming on social media to be infected with coronavirus. Why would you even want to do that? That's why it's
Why would you
the
be
moment
arrested
of
by?
Well, the
for that?
unidentified person allegedly said over the weekend they were tested positive
Okay.
for the virus in Tyler County. The DA's office charged the person with circulating a false report. In a separate post, the DA's office warned that one can be charged with a crime for knowingly communicating, initiating, or circulating a false report, false alarm of COVID-19 that one knows is false or baseless. As of last Tuesday, the Lone Star State recorded 64 cases, according to the health, the health services. None of those 64 cases came out of this county, by the way. So this
Okay.
person went on and said, "Oh, hey, guess what I have?"
Okay,
Why
so
would
he
you
was,
do that?
He was alarming an entire county.
There were
that-
people freaking out, going, "Oh, where does he
Right.
work? What does he do?" So don't do that. I don't know why I have to say this every single day at this time, but it's a bad idea to do that. It's the moment of duh, and it's always somebody doing something dumb, but just don't do that.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Now, fake news or Florida? Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it hashtag fake news made up just to trick you
All right.
and amuse me? All right, tell me, fake news or Florida? Palm Beach, Florida man drove his Ferrari into the water because Jesus told him to do it. Fake news or Florida?
I'm going to say fake news.
And you were going to be wrong. It's a true story.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we talked about this.
So it was. I
Yeah.
was going to say fake news because it was a Ferrari.
Yeah, no, he drove his car into the water.
Yikes.
I believe we talked about this, and I believe that day that we talked about this, you were probably on your phone texting somebody.
Jesus would never want you to ruin such a beautiful car.
I don't think Jesus would tell you to do anything like that, period. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense.
Well, he might if you're an idiot. And he's
No,
thinking,
he
"Eh."
would not. Here's a direct quote from him. Love one another. Direct quote. I'm just saying, there you go. Thanks for listening to Fake News or Florida.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is really, really, really good news. Comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. And everybody's heard about the outbreak of COVID-19 coronavirus.
Oh, yes. Everybody has heard about it.
Believe it or not, there's some people that probably don't know much about it because, it's
think
never in
so.
the news or anything. But we try to avoid that topic here as much as we can. Again, not because it's not important, but because we're just radio clowns. We're not the ones to be telling you about this. The reason I'm sharing this right now is because what a great story from Seattle. A 90-year-old woman who has contracted coronavirus at a nursing home has recovered.
I read this. This
What
is
a great story.
Wonderful. And
Geneva Wood, a resident at Life Care Center, is now a beacon of hope
That's wonderful.
for people over the age of 65. Health officials say elderly people are especially vulnerable. She tested positive on March 6th, and now, here she is, a couple weeks later, she's feeling great.
Good for her.
It says, who is this? Her niece that posted this says it's the potato soup. She knew that's what she needed to help her get better. It's working, and the doctor and nurses are wanting the recipe. They've slowly
Nice.
taken her off oxygen. She's down to the lowest amount for comfort. She's a little bit stuffy with the nose, but probably listed as symptom-free tomorrow. Anyway, the
Nice.
message goes on. It's a really great thing.
That's fantastic. Good
It
for
says
her.
they still plan to do some tests, but doctors are already talking to the family about discharging this lady,
That's
letting her go home. So
fantastic. I love that good
is.
news.
I think that's very good news. And there's a photo of her here, and she looks like a fighter.
Yeah.
In a good way. I don't mean anything negative about that. I mean, she looks feisty like bring it on.
That's awesome.
She kind of reminds me of your grandmother.
Oh, yeah?
Your grandmother was just here visiting, Grandma
Yeah.
Nelson. Charlie, for those of you who listened to Charlie earlier today, Tuesdays with Charlie, his mother.
Yes.
And she's a feisty one. You know?
Yeah, she is.
So
You
just
gotta
in a
love
very
it.
good way. Again, nothing
Yeah.
negative about any of that. Again, huge thank you to the folks that shared this story. If you come across good news that you would like to submit to us, you can do that right through our website, johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great Tuesday. We appreciate you listening.